spokesperson Ndidimba nationwide. Nigerian Education Loan Fund says plans are underway to introduce specialized software that students with disabilities in higher institutions can fully take advantage of its loan scheme. Managing Director, Chief Executive of NEL Fund Akintunde Seria disclosed this during a stakeholders engagement on student loans in Benin City, Edo State. Seria said, the act establishing the loan scheme guarantees equal opportunity for all, adding that the NEL Fund will collaborate with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities to ensure more inclusivity. Jury said that the products were to be smuggled by wooden boats through Nigerian territorial waters into Benin Republic. While searching the area, 234 jerry cans of 25 liters each, totaling about 5,850 liters of petrol, were discovered and taken to the base. He said 7,770 liters of petrol were also seized in other operations conducted in Badagry communities. Lagos-based National Youth Service Corps member Uche Ugumaye has raised concerns over alleged threats following her viral video for criticizing President Bola Tinubu's government over inflation and economic hardship. In a video shared on her TikTok account, Talk to Raye, Ugumaye expressed frustration over Nigerians' worsening economic conditions, lamenting that hard work seems futile amid financial struggles, and openly criticized Tinubu, calling him a terrible leader, and questioned the government's effort to alleviate citizens' suffering. Additionally, she described Lagos State as a smelling state, complaining about its odor and poor living conditions, and alleged that she began receiving threats, reportedly from NYSC officials, pressuring her to take down the content. However, Amnesty International Nigeria has condemned the alleged threats and intimidation being faced by Lagos-based National Youth Service Corps member Uche Uguamaye after her viral TikTok video criticizing President Bola Tinubu's government over escalating economic hardship. A statement posted on X, the human rights organization denounced the reported threats from NYSC officials, stressing that Uguamaye was well within her rights to express her frustration over the country's worsening economic condition, and also complained about Lagos State's poor sanitation, describing it as a smelling state. Shortly after the video went viral, Uguamaye alleged that she began receiving threats, purportedly from NYSC officials, pressuring her to delete the content, and she took to Instagram to express fears for her safety, stating that her personal details had been leaked and that she has been pressured to report to the NYSC office. Amnesty International statement also accused the Nigerian authorities of attempting to silence dissenting voices rather than addressing citizens' economic grievances, and the controversy has sparked a national debate on free speech and the role of the NYSC in suppressing public criticism. Moving on to Ogun State, the governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has approved a training program for permanent secretaries and other top managers. A statement by the state head of service, Kehinde Onasanye, said the one-week intensive service, while other grade levels and cadets would also benefit from it. Onasanye confirmed that the training program for the PS was expected to commence in the second week of April, while civil servants on 13 to 17 would also be trained based on a well-structured curriculum. Also, the director of the school, Professor Sola Adeyanju, described Prince Abiodun as a true nationalist and a man of great vision, pointing out the NIPSS presence was already stamped in the state, adding that the federal government asked NIPSS to take over the school so it could achieve the vision of the founder, Kabiyesi, and permission was granted to the local government appeal tribunal on the disputed election to continue conducting proceedings at the Nigerian Bar Association House in Abuja. Justice M.M. Adamu issued the order while delivering a ruling in an ex parte application brought before him by a against the elections and also restrained the appeal tribunal from moving from Abuja to the Benue State capital to the tribunal during its sittings in Abuja. In Kogi State, Police Command was thwarted an attempted abduction of passengers along the Kabe-Ayere Road, rescuing victims from armed kidnappers, according to the police public operations officials in the state. ASP William Aya, the incident occurred at the weekend, prompting a swift response from officers attached to the police mobile force, 70 Squadron Kaba, and on receipt of the distress call, reinforcement teams from Shapa, Kona, Pindown were promptly mobilized to the scene. The officers in bush, abandoning their victims, who were safely rescued. The Commissioner of Police, CP Mila G. Dantawaye, has since ordered the deployment of additional tactical teams to comb the surrounding bushes in a bid to track down the fleeing suspects and bring them to justice. Commercial activities in the state. In Katsina State, joint security operatives have foiled a bandit attack and killed one suspect during the operation. A statement by the Police Command's Public Relations DSP Abubakar Sadiq said the operation was at the instance of the Commissioner of Police CP Aliyu Abubakar Musa. Sadiq said it was done in collaboration with the Department of State Services and members of the Katsina State Community Watch Corps, adding that the operation followed a planned bandit attack on Dantakuru village via the Dan Musa local government area of the state. The statement also said while scanning the scene, items were recovered including one AK-47 rifle with 3 rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition, one unregistered red boxer motorcycle, 50 wraps of suspected Indian hemp, 32 bottles of soft drinks, 1 cutlass, and dangerous drugs. The Commissioner of Police, Katsina State Command CP Aliyu Abubakar Musa, while commending the operatives for their professionalism and exceptional act of valor, reiterates the command's commitment in collaboration with sister security agencies while ensuring the protection of lives and properties of the good people of Katsina. Abubakar also urged the public to continue to support the command with timely and accurate information for prompt and decisive action against all criminal elements in the state. In Kano State, government has made clarification on the recent Court of Appeal judgment concerning the ongoing emirship dispute and condemned widespread misinterpretation and speculative reports in the media. A statement by the governor's spokesman, Sanusi Dawakin Tofa, at a press briefing held at the NUG Secretariat in Kano, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Haruna Dederi stressed the need for accurate information regarding the legal precedents, adding that the Court of Appeal in its judgment delivered on January 10, 2025, upheld the repeal of the Kano Emirate Council law remains valid and binding until the peace and progress in the state and the nation at large. Fatal road accident involving a gas-laden tank and a sand-loaded tipper occurred on Sunday morning at the entrance of T-Safe near Duse, Zamfara State, resulting in the death of the tanker driver and injuries to other 3. Analyst Zagazola Makama disclosed the incident in a post on X on Sunday. According to him, the accident happened at exactly 10:19 a.m., prompting an immediate response from the Zamfara State Fire Service, while emergency responders also evacuated the injured victims to a nearby hospital for treatment. The cause of the crash remains unclear. To the statement on its official Facebook page, the Nigerian Army said the operation was carried out on Saturday following intelligence reports. The statement disclosed this during the operation after troops recovered dangerous weapons including one AK-47 rifle and one AK-47 magazine from criminal elements. Moving on, in compliance with the amended Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Electricity Act 2023 amended, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued an order to transfer regulatory oversight of the electricity market in Plateau State to the Plateau State Electricity Regulatory Commission. This is coming after the EA 2023. The Commission retains the role as a central regulator with regulatory oversight of interstate and international generation, transmission, supply, trading, and system operations. The EA also mandates any state that intends to establish and regulate intrastate electricity markets to deliver a formal notification of its processes and request NERC to transfer regulatory authority of the intrastate electricity market in Plateau State. You are watching the Transition and Atlantic presented by wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fatima Tajuddin. And youth contributing to the country's progress, describing them as Nigerians' unsung heroes. Meanwhile, a People's Democratic Party leader in the Southwest, Chief Olabode George, urged President Bola Tinubu to resolve the ongoing referendum past civil unrest from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt. Moving on, Nigerian Senate is set to prioritize to overturn the 6-month suspension which Serap argued violates the senator's fundamental rights and deprives her constituents of representation. Serap's deputy director Kolawale Oluwadare said Serap sues Akpabio over failure to reverse the unlawful suspension of Natasha Akpoti and had urged the court for an order of mandamus to direct and compel Mr. Akpabio to rescind the unlawful suspension of Mrs. Natasha Akpoti Uduahan, reinstate her, and fully restore all her legislative rights, entitlements, and privileges. This is coming after Senate had suspended Akpoti Uduahan for allegedly speaking without permission and refusing to accept her new seat in the chamber. And the suspension not only bars her from participating in Senate activities, but also withholds her salary and allowances, adding that the action is unconstitutional, stating that no one should ever be punished for speaking without permission. The rights group is also seeking an order of perpetual injunction solely for the peaceful exercise of our fundamental rights. In its legal argument, Serap contended that the suspension is a violation of the Nigerian Constitution and international human rights treaties to which Nigeria is a signatory, and further argued that the application of Section 623 as amended in suspending Akpoti Uduahan is in direct conflict with constitutional provisions guarantees freedom of expression, stating that every person shall be entitled to freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions, and insisted that the Senate actions directly contravene the constitutional protections. Moving on, House of Representatives Public Accounts Committee says it has recovered 28.7 of the country's federation account. The spokesperson of the Green Chamber, Akin Rotimi, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday from the recovery is a part of the total of $1.7 trillion debt owed by settled its outstanding liability with a payment of $1.2 billion has confirmed the appointment of Kabiu Akambi as the substantive chief registrar of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The confirmation was conveyed to him via a letter issued on Friday, 14th March 2025, while Akambi was of the immediate past chief registrar of the court, Hajo Saki Bello. Prior to his appointment, Akambi was the deputy chief registrar in charge of Information and Communication Technology (ICT), spanning 2 decades. He obtained his law degree at the University of Ibadan in 2001 and was subsequently called to the Nigerian bar in 2003. And in 2005, he got the LLMD degree at the Temple University in Philadelphia, United States of America. A statement by Dr. Akande Festus, Director, Information